Welcome to the Pacific Northwest, a region of breathtaking beauty and quiet mystery. From the rugged coastline to mist-draped forests, from alpine lakes to hidden waterfalls, this corner of North America is a tapestry of wild elegance. While some come for its iconic landscapes, many of its most magical places remain just out of sight, tucked beyond the usual guidebooks and well-trodden trails. This is a land where adventure whispers from moss-covered trees and wonder lingers in the stillness of an untouched cove. What sets the Pacific Northwest apart isn't just its natural diversity, it's the feeling it stirs in the soul. Every trailhead, every overlook, every winding road feels like a secret shared between you and the earth. It invites the curious, the wanderers, the ones who seek silence as much as spectacle. If you're someone who craves places untouched by crowds, who finds joy in discovering the hidden corners of the world, then you're in the right place. Here, the extraordinary is quietly waiting. Do you know which hidden spot in the Pacific Northwest holds a secret waterfall not found on most tourist maps? Stay tuned, because your next adventure might just begin where the paved roads end. Olympic National Park, Washington. Tucked away on the mist-shrouded edge of Washington's wild peninsula, Olympic National Park unfolds like an ancient, living secret. Here, landscapes shift and breathe as if alive. Colossal trees, cloaked in velvety moss, stretch skyward in primeval rainforests that drip with mystery and time. Along rugged, brooding coastlines, waves thunder against towering sea stacks, while fog drifts inland like ghostly threads tangled among bleached driftwood. Above it all, glacier-crowned peaks pierce the sky. Their silent majesty mirrored in the glassy waters of alpine lakes. Spanning nearly 1 million acres, Olympic National Park is a realm of astonishing contrasts, a place where ecosystems converge, clash, and coexist in breathtaking harmony. It shelters more than 60 named glaciers, weaves through 3,000 miles of rivers and streams, and embraces 70 miles of pristine, undeveloped coastline. With 64 trailheads calling to wanderers and 16 campgrounds inviting dreamers to linger beneath. Starlit skies, every path here feels like a passage into another world. In a single day, one might walk beneath cathedral-like canopies of ancient spruce, scale rocky spires that scrape the heavens at over 8,000 feet, and wander across tidal beaches littered with relics of the sea. The park reveals itself in 4 distinct realms: the salt-sprayed fury of the Pacific coast, the high alpine heart. Where meadows bloom beneath snowfields, the emerald silence of the temperate rainforests, and the rugged eastern ridges where trails wind along spines lost in clouds. Established as a national park on June 29, 1938, and later recognized as both a UNESCO World Heritage Site and Biosphere Reserve, Olympic stands not only as a sanctuary of awe-inspiring beauty, but also as a guardian of ancient life. In 2023, it welcomed 2.9 million visitors, each leaving with a piece of its quiet magic stitched into memory. In every corner of Olympic National Park, the wild still reigns, whispering to those who slow down, listen closely, and dare to lose themselves in its timeless embrace. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Cape Flattery, where land, ocean, and spirit converge. Cape Flattery marks the northwesternmost point of the contiguous United States, making it not only a geographical extreme, but also one of the most breathtaking and spiritually resonant destinations in the Pacific Northwest. Perched on the edge of Clallam County on the Olympic Peninsula, this remote cape juts defiantly into the mighty Pacific Ocean, where cliffs, sea stacks, and crashing waves form a rugged, untamed panorama that stirs the soul. Though often mistaken for part of Olympic National Park, Cape Flattery is not federally managed. It lies within the ancestral lands of the Makah Nation, a coastal indigenous people who have called this place home for thousands of years. To the Makah, the Cape is more than a destination. It is sacred, interwoven with heritage, stories, and sustenance. Visitors are asked to honor this deep connection by respecting cultural guidelines and purchasing a Makah Recreation Pass before accessing the area. The journey to the lookout is short, just under a mile, but rich with wonder. Winding boardwalks and forest trails carry you through ancient, moss-laden woods, gradually revealing glimpses of ocean through the trees. At trail's end, the forest gives way to towering cliffs and a sweeping vista that stretches endlessly across the sea. The sound of waves pounding the rocks below creates a rhythmic, primal music, nature's own hymn to this wild, storied coastline. Cape Flattery is also a sanctuary for wildlife. You may spot puffins and cormorants nesting along the cliffs, or see bald eagles soaring overhead. Seals and sea lions haul out on rocky outcrops, and if the season is right, you might witness gray whales breaching just offshore on their migratory path. What makes Cape Flattery truly unforgettable is not just its raw natural beauty, but its deep sense of place, a convergence of land, ocean, and culture that is not only admiration, but reflection. It's more than a viewpoint. It's the edge of a continent and a place where nature and indigenous heritage are powerfully, profoundly alive. Margerie Glacier, Alaska. Did you know that glaciers like Margerie can be over 100,000 years old? They move at a glacial pace, literally, carving through mountains and valleys, sculpting entire landscapes over millennia. It's hard to fathom that kind of time, especially when you're standing before something that feels so timeless. Deep within the icy heart of Glacier Bay National Park, Alaska, Margerie Glacier unfurls like a living river of ancient blue. It is a vision that feels summoned from the dreams of the Earth itself. A towering wall of ice, rising 250 feet above the bay's surface and stretching back miles into mist-shrouded mountains. But Margerie is more than just a glacier. She is a storyteller. Her jagged face, laced with deep crevasses and shimmering cracks, whispers tales of centuries past. Each line and fracture a mark of time, a record of winters survived and worlds changed. As you approach by boat, the air sharpens. The chill is sudden and sobering. You hear it before you see it, the distant creak and groan of moving ice. Then, with little warning, a thunderous crack rings out across the bay as a massive shard of ice calves and tumbles into the sea, crashing into the water with primal force, sending ripples out across the silver surface. To witness Margerie Glacier is to feel the pulse of a wilder, older world, a place untouched by cities or time, a place where nature still writes the rules. What makes Margerie even more extraordinary is her resilience. While many of the world's glaciers are retreating in the face of climate change, Margerie has remained remarkably stable, holding her ground in quiet defiance. She is both a symbol of endurance and a reminder of fragility. Her surface reflects the light in every imaginable shade of blue, from translucent crystal to deep, glowing sapphire. Each moment offers a new face, a new mood, a new glimpse into the frozen soul of the planet. To stand before Margerie Glacier, whether veiled in mist or lit by a golden sun, is to come face to face with something eternal, something that moves, breathes, and speaks, even in silence. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Heceta Head Lighthouse, Oregon. Perched dramatically on a 1,000-foot cliff above the crashing waves of the Pacific Ocean, Heceta Head Lighthouse stands as one of the most iconic and powerful beacons on the entire Oregon coast. Rising 56 feet tall, its brilliant light can be seen from as far as 24 miles out to sea, a luminous guide for sailors braving the rugged, storm-swept shoreline. This striking white brick and stone tower is part of the Heceta Head Lighthouse State Scenic Viewpoint. Located just 12 miles north of Florence and 14 miles south of Yakuts. The headland itself, long before it bore its modern name was home to native tribes who hunted, fished, and thrived along this rich and wild coast for thousands of years. In 1775, Spanish navigator Bruno de Heceta became the first European to chart the area, lending his name to the dramatic headland. More than a century later, as maritime traffic increased, the U.S. Lighthouse Service approved construction of a lighthouse at the site. Construction began in 1888, with a crew of 56 workers hauling in stone, timber, and iron, by wagon from Florence or by boat, weather permitting. By 1893, the lighthouse and its keeper's quarters were complete, and the light first pierced the Oregon night. For generations, it stood as a lifeline for mariners, its beam cutting through fog, rain, and darkness. In 1963, the light was automated, but it continues to operate today. Its first-order Fresnel lens still casting its glow across 21 nautical miles of open sea. Today, Heceta Head Lighthouse is more than a navigational tool. It's a time capsule of coastal history and a destination in its own right. The original keeper's quarters, a beautifully restored Victorian home, now serves as a historic bed and breakfast. With 6 cozy, antique-filled rooms and stunning ocean views, guests can spend a night in the shadow of the lighthouse, listening to the wind and waves roll in from the Pacific. Surrounding the lighthouse, the Heceta Head State Scenic Viewpoint offers sweeping vistas of the coastline. Visitors can picnic on the grassy headlands, hike the forested trails, or simply sit and watch sea lions playing in the surf below. Nearby, the famous Sea Lion Caves, America's largest marine cave system, add to the magic of this coastal stop. For those visiting in May, there's another spectacle to behold: the annual migration of gray whales, which pass close to the shore as they journey north toward Alaska. Standing at the edge of the cliffs, with the lighthouse behind you and the wide Pacific stretching out before you, it's easy to feel connected to something timeless. Heceta Head Lighthouse is more than a landmark. It is a living piece of maritime heritage, a shining sentinel on the edge of the world, and a place where Oregon's natural grandeur and human history meet in perfect harmony. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Cannon Beach, Oregon. Along the wind-swept shores of the Oregon coast, where the forest leans close to the sea and the horizon fades into endless mist, you'll find Cannon Beach, a place where beauty feels as boundless as the tides. Named by National Geographic as one of the world's 100 most beautiful places, Cannon Beach holds a quiet kind of magic, one that words can only begin to describe. Miles of soft golden sand stretch beneath skies that shift from gentle blue to brooding gray, kissed by the salty breath of the Pacific. Rising from the surf like a stone cathedral is Haystack Rock, the beach's iconic guardian, its flanks home to nesting seabirds and secret tide pools that sparkle with life. Every wave that reaches the shore carries the rhythm of an old, wild song, an invitation to pause, to breathe, to simply listen. Wander, just beyond the charm of downtown, and you'll find yourself cradled by raw nature, where rainforests spill toward the ocean, waterfalls tumble through mossy canyons, and rugged cliffs offer sweeping views that steal your breath. Cannon Beach isn't just a destination, it's a feeling. A fireside gathering beneath a sky of stars, a barefoot stroll through whispering surf, a slow morning wrapped in mist and stillness. Here, every corner invites exploration. Every moment asks you to linger a little longer. As the tides rise and fall, they carry the timeless stories of this coast. Tales of shipwrecks, soaring eagles, and quiet mornings when the world feels freshly made. Each sunrise here is a promise. Each sunset, a memory tucked into your soul. Come with open hands and a wide heart. Cannon Beach is waiting, not just to be seen, but to be felt. Cape Blanco State Park, Oregon. Far from the noise of busy highways and the hum of tourist-heavy towns, there lies a wind-swept headland where the land stretches boldly into the vast Pacific Ocean. This is Cape Blanco State Park, a place seemingly forgotten by the world, perhaps mercifully so. Those who find their way here are not led by guidebooks or crowds, but by curiosity. Their reward is not flashy attractions or souvenir stands, but something far more rare: solitude. Here, sea and sky reign supreme in a sanctuary that feels suspended in time. Were Cape Blanco located along Oregon's more frequented northern coast, its parking lots might overflow and its trails echo with countless footsteps. But it's remote. Perch on the southern edge of the state has spared it from the rhythms of mass tourism. What remains is a place of stillness, where silence is not empty, but full of presence. Coastal winds sweep through open fields of wild grasses, bending them like waves on land. Below, rugged cliffs overlook an ocean that feels both ancient and eternal, always in motion, yet somehow timeless. At nearly 250 feet above sea level, the tip of the cape offers panoramic views that stretch for miles in either direction. The scene is vast, untamed, and breathtakingly dramatic. Anchoring this edge of the continent stands the Cape Blanco Lighthouse, built in the 19th century and still watching over the sea today. Weathered but steadfast, it holds within its walls stories of storms and solitude, of keepers whose only companions were the howl of wind and the rhythm of waves. Its beam once cut through dense fog, a silent promise of safe passage for ships in the night. Depending on the tide, the beach below may greet you with broad expanses of sand or disappear entirely beneath the swelling sea. At high tide, the ocean reclaims it, reminding all who come that this place belongs first to nature. But at low tide, a hidden world emerges, untouched, quiet, and seemingly yours alone, shared only with seabirds and the whisper of the surf. Cap Blanco is not for the hurried traveler. It is not a destination to be checked off a list. It is for the wanderer, the dreamer, the soul in search of stillness and space. The wind here carries the wisdom of the sea. The cliffs hold stories in their silence. And the horizon doesn't ask anything of you except that you stand still for a moment and simply be, untethered, unbothered, alive. Deception Pass Bridge, Washington. Stretching boldly across the narrow strait between Whidbey Island and Fidalgo Island in Washington state, the Deception Pass Bridge stands as both a breathtaking feat of engineering and one of the most iconic landmarks in the Pacific Northwest. Completed in 1935 during the height of the Great Depression, this historic bridge was more than a vital transportation link. It was a symbol of progress and human ingenuity. With its elegant Art Deco design and steel truss architecture, the bridge arches 180 feet above the swirling, fast-moving waters of Deception Pass, offering visitors jaw-dropping views in every direction. From the deck, whether you're driving or walking, the panorama is unforgettable. Towering evergreen cliffs frame the strait. Bald eagles wheel overhead. The deep blue channel below is often flecked with whitecaps and boats, their wakes trailing like ribbons across the current. And everywhere, the feeling of raw coastal beauty that defines the Pacific Northwest. The 28 feet wide, the bridge includes two narrow sidewalks, one on either side, where pedestrians and photographers are nearly always present. Crossing it on foot is an experience in itself. The wind whips through the pass, gulls cry overhead, and with each step, the landscape seems to shift. Sun and fog trade places, shadows dance across the cliffs, and the tide churns below with ceaseless motion. But Deception Pass is more than scenery. Its name tells a deeper story. In 1792, British explorer George Vancouver gave it the name Deception after being misled into thinking Whidbey Island was part of the mainland. The waters, too, are deceptive, appearing calm from a distance, but hiding some of the strongest tidal currents in North America. For centuries, these shifting tides have challenged sailors and kayakers alike, and the area remains a place where nature's power is deeply felt. The bridge is part of Deception Pass State Park, Washington's top-reviewed, most visited state park, offering more than 4,000 acres of forest, rugged coastline, and winding trails. Visitors can explore tide pools along Rosario Beach, hike up Goose Rock for panoramic views, or simply stand on the bridge at sunset and watch the light paint the landscape in gold and lavender. Whether you're stopping for a photo, tracing the curve of the railing with your hand, or just breathing in the salty air as you cross, it's impossible not to feel awe. Deception Pass Bridge isn't just a way from one place to another. It's a destination in its own right, a place where history, nature, and human craftsmanship converge in one extraordinary view. So the next time you find yourself in Washington State, don't just drive over it. Walk it, watch it, feel it, Let Deception Pass Bridge leave its mark on your memory, as it has for millions before you. Eugene, Oregon's green soul. Nestled at the southern end of the Willamette Valley, Eugene stands as Oregon's third-largest city, a vibrant fusion of urban creativity and natural serenity. Known for its progressive spirit, artistic flair, and deep-rooted eco-consciousness, Eugene offers a unique blend of city life and outdoor escape, making it an ideal destination for a weekend retreat or a slower, more grounded lifestyle. The city pulses with energy through its museums, independent restaurants, artisan markets, and lively community events. But Eugene's true heartbeat lies in its embrace of nature. Home to peaceful arboretums, a fascinating bird of prey sanctuary, and countless wooded trails, the city invites hikers, bikers, and nature lovers to explore at their own pace. Green spaces are central to Eugene's identity. From expansive parks and urban forests to community gardens and riverfront trails, the city reflects its long-standing commitment to sustainability and environmental stewardship. Flowing through its core, the Willamette River adds another layer of beauty and tranquility, offering scenic views and moments of reflection. Each season brings its own transformation. In spring, wildflowers burst into color across the hills. Autumn wraps the city in gold and crimson. Even in winter, snow-capped Cascade peaks on the horizon lend a quiet, alpine charm. Whether you're wandering through the lush greenery of Hendricks Park, cheering at Autzen Stadium, or pausing for a peaceful moment by the river, Eugene seamlessly connects people to the world around them. With its adventurous spirit, artistic soul, and deep reverence for nature, Eugene is more than a city. It's a way of life, a perfect harmony of community, culture, and the great outdoors. Hoh Rainforest, Washington. Embraced by the misty arms of Washington's Olympic Peninsula lies the Hoh Rainforest, a dreamscape where time slows, silence deepens, and nature reigns in quiet, verdant splendor. Tucked along the western flank of Olympic National Park, about 45 minutes from Forks and 2 hours from Port Angeles, the Hoh Rainforest is a rare jewel, the most pristine and extensive example of temperate rainforest in the contiguous United States. Welcoming visitors year-round, it opens its green heart to those who seek wonder among the ancient trees. Here, the sky often wears a silvery veil as the forest drinks deeply from the clouds. An astonishing 12 to 14 feet of rainfall each year nourishes a lush, layered ecosystem, one that pulses with life and whispers with mystery. Wild Pacific storms roll in from the coast, their winds sighing through the emerald canopy, brushing the branches of Sitka, spruces, and western hemlocks that tower more than 300 feet above the forest floor. designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and Biosphere Reserve. The Hoh protects some of the oldest living trees on Earth. Many have stood for hundreds of years, silent witnesses to the passing of centuries, their roots entwined in a moss-carpeted world where decay births renewal, and stillness is its own kind of music. Walking beneath these giants is like entering a living cathedral. The sunlight filters through in shards of gold, dappling the ground in shifting patterns. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth, moss, and sweet decay. Every breath carries the essence of life at its rawest: green, wet, and ancient. Trails like the Hall of Mosses and the Spruce Nature Trail invite you to wander through a fairy tale landscape. Tree trunks draped in thick curtains of moss, branches heavy with lichen that glows neon in the filtered light, and tangled roots that curl like sleeping serpents along the path. Beneath your feet, ferns unfurl in the shadows, and the soft hush of water, stream, spring, or rain, never seems far away. Of the 4 temperate rainforests within Olympic National Park, the Hoh is perhaps the most beloved. It is a place where life flourishes in astonishing abundance, where every fallen log hosts a miniature world, and where silence is so deep it hums. To walk here is to step into a timeless world, an untouched fragment of the Pacific Northwest, as it was long before concrete and power lines. Beneath the moss-laden branches, every step becomes a gentle crossing into the wild soul of nature. The Hoh does not shout its wonder. It waits in quiet majesty, inviting you to slow down, breathe deeply, and listen. For those who do, something unforgettable is found. Not just beauty, but belonging. A reminder that magic still lingers, not in fantasy, but in the hush of leaves and the rhythm of rain falling through the ancient trees. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Puget Sound, a waterway of wonders. Puget Sound is a breathtaking inland inlet of the Pacific Ocean, cradled in the northwestern corner of Washington state. More than just a body of water, it's a complex, living ecosystem, a winding maze of shimmering channels, sheltered bays, hidden coves, and over 300 islands, all framed by towering evergreens, snow-capped peaks, and vibrant cities like Seattle, Tacoma, and Olympia. The Sound's natural beauty is matched by its astonishing ecological diversity. These calm waters are home to an array of marine life. Harbor seals, sea lions, porpoises, and even orca whales often make appearances. Along its shores, bald eagles, herons, and cormorants soar and nest, making the region a paradise for bird watchers and wildlife lovers alike. For outdoor enthusiasts, Puget Sound is an adventurer's dream. Whether you're kayaking through misty waterways, sailing past island lighthouses, or casting a line from a quiet pier, there's no shortage of ways to engage with the water. On land, the coastline invites exploration with hiking trails, beach-combing spots, and scenic picnic areas. Notable destinations such as Deception Pass, Alki Beach, and the San Juan Islands offer immersive experiences for every kind of traveler. But Puget Sound is more than just scenic splendor. It holds profound cultural and historical significance. The Coast Salish tribes have called these shores home for thousands of years, forging deep spiritual and sustenance-based connections with the land and sea. Those ties endure, and communities throughout the region are actively engaged in conservation and restoration, working to preserve the sound for future generations. In every way, Puget Sound is a symbol of the Pacific Northwest's soul, where nature, history, and community converge in a landscape that is as powerful as it is peaceful. Whether you seek solitude, adventure, or cultural insight, this waterway offers it all, waiting to be explored, respected, and remembered. Seattle downtown. Founded in the mid-1800s with roots tracing back to the Gold Rush era, downtown Seattle has transformed from a rugged outpost into one of the most dynamic urban centers in the Pacific Northwest. While only a couple dozen historic structures remain, each tells a tale of grit, resilience, and reinvention. Today, Seattle's skyline is a testament to its forward-looking spirit. Towering glass giants pierce the sky, none more impressive than the 76-story Columbia Center, the tallest building in Washington state. The city's architectural profile is a blend of sleek modern design and Pacific Northwest practicality, all nestled between mountains and sea. Though Seattle is famously the birthplace of Starbucks, its coffee culture runs deeper than any single brand. Independent cafes and artisan roasters dot the streets, each offering a unique flavor of the city's laid-back, creative vibe. But there's so much more to downtown than what's in your cup. Venture toward the waterfront and you're greeted with sweeping views of West Seattle and the sparkling waters of Puget Sound. The salty air carries the distant calls of gulls and the rhythmic pulse of passing ferries and cargo ships on Elliott Bay. It's a place where locals come to breathe, and visitors linger longer than planned. This stretch of the city is ideal for exploration. Stroll the boardwalk, grab fresh-caught seafood from a street vendor, or savor a gourmet meal in one of the elegant restaurants overlooking the bay. Pause to browse through quirky souvenir shops, or discover the work of local artists tucked into cozy galleries. Families, and kids at heart, will find joy in old-fashioned arcades and interactive exhibits. Marine life thrives both within the walls of the Seattle Aquarium and just beyond it, where harbor seals, sea otters, and the occasional orca can sometimes be spotted in the waves. What makes this district even more appealing is its accessibility. Many of the waterfront's top attractions are free, inviting everyone to soak in the culture, the scenery, and the unmistakable Seattle charm without breaking the bank. Whether you're a lifelong local or a first-time visitor, downtown Seattle has a way of welcoming you in, layer by layer. It's urban and wild, refined and rugged, buzzing with energy and grounded in nature. And if you're from Washington State, we want to hear from you. Drop number 8 in the comments and let us know what downtown Seattle means to you. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Shannon Falls, Canada. Did you know Shannon Falls is one of the most photographed natural landmarks in British Columbia? Located just a short drive from the coastal town of Squamish, this breathtaking waterfall tumbles gracefully down a rugged mountainside, plunging over 1,000 feet into the forested valley below. Framed by towering pines and ancient cedars, the air here is thick with the scent of moss and wood, and the thunder of falling water echoes through the trees. Crystal clear and frothy white, the water cascades over jagged granite ledges, catching the sunlight as it pours into an emerald pool at the base, surrounded by smooth, time-worn boulders. But Shannon Falls isn't just something to admire from a distance. It invites you in. Gentle trails meander through the forest, offering peaceful views at every turn. And for those willing to climb a little higher, a short but steep path leads to an elevated lookout, where the full majesty of the falls is revealed, framed by the rugged peaks of the coast mountains. Watching the water crash down into the valley, it's impossible not to feel the presence of something ancient and enduring. Shannon Falls is both humbling and invigorating, a living reminder of nature's power to shape, to move, to inspire. This is not just a waterfall. It's a place where time slows, where the noise of the world fades, and where the land speaks in the language of mist and motion. A visit to Shannon Falls is a return to the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where mountains meet sea and the soul of the wilderness flows freely. Spokane, a gateway to the wild beauty of eastern Washington. Spokane, pronounced Spokane, is the second largest city in Washington state, nestled on the state's eastern edge, just under 20 miles from the Idaho border. With a population of approximately 217,000 residents, Spokane offers a compelling blend of urban vibrancy, historic charm, and unspoiled natural beauty, making it one of the Pacific Northwest's most underrated destinations. At the heart of the city runs the Spokane River, cutting through downtown and providing a dynamic backdrop to city life. The river's presence is most striking in Riverfront Park, a beautifully revitalized green space that was originally developed for Expo 74, the first environmentally themed World's Fair. Today, the park features stunning waterfalls, suspension bridges, public art, and the beloved Loof Carousel, inviting residents and visitors alike to pause and enjoy the rhythm of nature in an urban setting. But Spokane's allure extends well beyond its downtown core. The city is surrounded by rolling hills, mountain ranges, and expansive landscapes that change dramatically with the seasons. In autumn, the city is painted in fiery shades of gold and crimson. Spring awakens with blossoming gardens and vibrant greens. Winter brings a quiet, snow-blanketed calm, while summer offers long, sunny days, perfect for exploration. Nature lovers will find endless opportunities here. Riverside State Park, just minutes from the city center, offers rugged trails, rock formations, and dramatic views of the Spokane River Gorge. Nearby lakes, including Lake Coeur d'Alene, Liberty Lake, and Newman Lake, provide opportunities for boating, paddleboarding, fishing, and swimming. And just a short drive north, Mount Spokane State Park offers hiking, mountain biking, and skiing, making it a four-season destination. Within the city itself, neighborhoods like Brown's Addition and the South Hill mix historic architecture with a sense of community and charm. The Kendall Yards district has rapidly become a modern hub for dining, art, and scenic riverfront living. Whether it's savoring farm-to-table cuisine at local eateries, browsing the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture, or sampling Spokane's thriving craft beer and coffee scene, the city offers a rich cultural life rooted in authenticity and innovation. Spokane also hosts a variety of festivals and events throughout the year, including the world-renowned Lilac Blooms Day Run, the Hoop Fest basketball tournament, the largest of its kind in the world, and seasonal farmers markets that showcase the region's agricultural bounty. Whether you're wandering through the manicured gardens of Manito Park, taking in sunset views from High Drive Bluff, or skiing the alpine trails of Mount Spokane, this city offers something for every type of traveler. With a relaxed pace of life, a welcoming spirit, and easy access to adventure, Spokane is more than a stop on the map. It's a destination where nature, history, and community come together in beautiful harmony. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Tacoma, a hidden gem of the Pacific Northwest. Nestled in the heart of the Pacific Northwest, the city of Tacoma, Washington, is something of a dark horse, often overshadowed by its larger neighbors like Seattle and Portland, yet quietly brimming with character, creativity, and natural beauty. For those who take the time to explore it, Tacoma reveals a mosaic of culture, history, and landscapes that make it truly unforgettable. Perhaps the city's most iconic claim to fame is its world-renowned glass art scene. At the center of this creative movement is the Museum of Glass, an architectural marvel that pays homage to the city's glass-blowing heritage. With live glass-blowing demonstrations, stunning exhibitions, and works by celebrated artists like Dale Chihuly, Tacoma has earned its reputation as a global hub for glass art. Beyond the museum, you'll find public art installations and galleries scattered throughout the downtown area, reflecting a deep-rooted passion for craftsmanship and visual storytelling. Yet Tacoma is far more than just a haven for artists. The city is steeped in history, with a rich past shaped by railroads, shipping, and industry. Landmarks like Union Station, with its grand Beaux-Arts architecture, and the Washington State History Museum offer insight into Tacoma's evolution from a frontier outpost to a thriving port city. The LeMay, America's Car Museum, one of the largest automotive museums in the world, showcases Tacoma's place in American innovation and culture. Nature lovers will also find much to admire. Tacoma's position along the scenic Puget Sound provides a gateway to some of Washington's most captivating natural wonders. With panoramic water views, distant mountain ranges, and lush greenery, the landscape is as peaceful as it is awe-inspiring. Point Defiance Park, one of the largest urban parks in the United States, features old-growth forests, coastal cliffs, gardens, and even a zoo and aquarium. It's a sanctuary where locals and visitors alike come to recharge. For those who love the outdoors Tacoma delivers, there's an abundance of activities for every type of adventurer. From hiking and biking through forest trails, to kayaking and paddleboarding on the Sound, to simply enjoying a picnic with a view of Mount Rainier in the distance. Waterfront. Neighborhoods like Ruston and the Tacoma Waterfront Esplanade offer inviting spaces for walking, dining, and soaking in the maritime ambiance. Tacoma lives with a lively culinary and craft beverage scene. From locally roasted coffee and craft breweries to innovative farm-to-table restaurants and food trucks, the city's flavors are as diverse as its people. Each neighborhood, be it Hilltop, Proctor, or Stadium District, brings its own charm. History and community vie to the mix. In short, Tacoma is a city of contrasts and surprises. It's a place where industry meets artistry, where urban life blends seamlessly with nature, and where quiet resilience gives rise to vibrant expression. Whether you're here for a weekend getaway or a longer stay, Tacoma invites you to slow down, look deeper, and discover the richness that lies just beneath the surface. Tongass National Forest, Alaska. What if you could step into a world where ancient trees brush the clouds, glaciers carve slow, powerful paths through rugged mountains, and wildlife moves freely across a landscape still ruled by nature? Welcome to the Tongass National Forest, a vast, breathtaking wilderness that invites you to witness the untamed majesty of Southeast Alaska. Stretching over 500 miles along the legendary Inside Passage, the Tongass is not just America's largest national forest. It is the largest intact temperate rainforest on Earth, a living, breathing testament to the raw beauty of the Pacific Northwest. Here, dense forests of towering Sitka spruce, western hemlock, and red cedar blanket the land in endless shades of green. Mist drifts through the canopy. Coastlines are rugged and jagged, fringed by countless islands and fjords. Waterfalls tumble from high cliffs, and tidewater glaciers descend like slow-moving giants, carving valleys and calving into the sea with thunderous grace. But the Tongass is more than a scenic marvel. It is an ecosystem teeming with life. Brown bears fish for salmon in icy streams. Bald eagles wheel across the sky. Humpback whales breach in quiet coves. Everywhere you look, the forest pulses with natural rhythm, from the ocean's tides to the patient growth of trees older than any living memory. This forest is also a place of deep cultural significance. Its name honors the Tongass clan of the Tlingit people, who, along with the Haida and Tsimshian peoples, have called this region home for thousands of years. Their ancestral knowledge, connection to the land and sea, and stewardship of the environment continue to shape the identity of this place. Today, over 70,000 people live in 32 communities, scattered throughout the forest's expanse, including Alaska's capital city, Juneau. But the wild remains. The Tongass still holds more than 11,000 miles of pristine coastline, untouched fjords, ancient trees, and protected ecosystems that serve as a global refuge for wildlife and biodiversity. For explorers, photographers, kayakers, hikers, and dreamers, the Tongass offers an invitation. Lose yourself in a world where nature still reigns. Paddle between forested islands, hike through valleys carpeted in moss, listen for the crack of ice in a calving glacier, or the echoing cry of a raven deep in the woods. This is a place where time slows. Where the forest's heartbeat becomes your own, where you don't just see nature, you feel it, deep in your bones. The Tongass National Forest is not just a destination. It's a sacred, storied, and living land. A jewel of the North that reveals its wonders not all at once, but moment by moment, trail by trail, breath by breath. So, are you ready to uncover the secrets of this magnificent forest? Let it reveal its magic to you. Tumalo Falls, Oregon. Just beyond the city of Bend, Oregon, where the high desert meets the forested slopes of the Cascades, Tumalo Falls stands as a testament to nature's grace. It offers a serene escape, a place where the noise of modern life gives way to the soothing sounds of water and wind. Fed by the steady, crystal-clear flow of Tumalo Creek, this waterfall is far more than a visual marvel. It's a vital part of the region's natural lifeblood. The creek nourishes local farms through irrigation and feeds Bridge Creek, a critical source of drinking water for the city of Bend. The journey to the falls is as peaceful as the destination. Tumalo Creek winds gently through pine forests and alpine meadows, its waters reflecting sky and branch in quiet motion. This meandering path sets the stage for what lies ahead, a moment of grandeur born from the heart of the wild. At 97 feet tall, Tumalo Falls bursts from the cliffs in a powerful cascade, crashing down in a curtain of white that stirs awe in all who witness it. It is the crown jewel of Tumalo Creek, majestic, enduring, and endlessly photogenic. Whether viewed from a distance or admired from the overlook near its base, The waterfall commands attention and reverence. This is a place that invites stillness, a place to pause, breathe, and absorb the deep natural energy pulsing through the landscape. That energy hums beneath the moss-covered rocks, in the spray of the falls, and in the silence between gusts of mountain air. Tumalo Falls enchants, year-round. In winter and early spring, it becomes a sculpture of snow and ice, delicate, crystalline, dreamlike. The falls appear frozen in time, yet beneath the surface, the water never stops flowing. In summer, when other cascades diminish to a trickle, Tumalo holds strong, its flow vigorous and vibrant, crashing defiantly against the rocks below. Each season brings a new character to the falls, a fresh lens through which to experience its wonder. Yet no matter the time of year, Tumalo Falls remains a sacred space. A reminder of the Pacific Northwest's untamed beauty. A place not just to see, but to feel. Willamette Falls, Oregon. Tucked behind the well-trodden paths of Oregon City lies a secret too powerful to ignore. Willamette Falls. Quiet in its presence, yet mighty in spirit, this horseshoe-shaped cascade drops 42 feet in a mesmerizing curtain of water. It spills over ancient basalt ledges with a grace that feels both timeless and untamed. Second only to Niagara Falls in volume among the waterfalls of the United States, Willamette Falls is not a spectacle of noise, nor a magnet for crowds. Instead, it offers a sacred rhythm, a steady, pulsing heartbeat of the Pacific Northwest. Here, water and stone have been dancing for millennia. For thousands of years, this site has held deep cultural and spiritual meaning for indigenous peoples of the region, especially the Klawawala and other bands of the Confederated Tribes of the Grande Ronde. They came to the falls not only to fish for salmon, but to honor the land, the river, and its life-giving power. That spiritual heartbeat still echoes through the mist, faint but undeniable. Willamette Falls doesn't clamor for your attention, it invites you in slowly. You might first glimpse it from a quiet roadside lookout, where the river hums gently in the background. Or you may approach along a trail cloaked in moss and filtered light. Where every step draws you deeper into its presence. Whether seen from a distance or felt up close, the falls stir something elemental, something ancient. But beneath its beauty lies a story of resilience. In the 19th centuries, Willamette Falls powered Oregon's industrial ambitions. Its hydropower helped birth the nation's first long-distance transmission of electricity through paper mills and factories. Yet the same force that once drove industry is now inspiring renewal. Efforts are underway to restore the surrounding habitat and reconnect the community to this sacred place. Interpretive signs and community projects now speak of salmon runs, tribal heritage, and the delicate balance between preservation and progress. The falls are not frozen in history. They're part of a living future, where memory and vision flow side by side. To stand before Willamette Falls is to step into a slow-moving poem. Written in water and stone, in spirit and time. It may not shout for your attention, but it will stay with you. Long after you've left, its rhythm lingers. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Willamette Valley, Oregon. Cradled gently between Oregon's rugged Coast Range and the serene rise of the Cascade Mountains, the Willamette Valley unfolds like a dreamscape, a living canvas of soft contours and shifting light. This lush, fertile basin is one of the Pacific Northwest's most ecologically and agriculturally significant regions, shaped over millennia by ancient floods, volcanic activity, and glacial movements. Though Napa and Sonoma may dominate headlines in the world of wine, those who venture here often speak in hushed tones as if sharing a secret. This is where the soul of wine resides. The Willamette Valley offers more than just vineyards. It offers a sense of place. The valley's landscape is defined by gently undulating hills, expansive floodplains, and a complex network of rivers and streams. At its heart flows the Willamette River, a lifeline that nourishes thousands of acres of farmland, wetlands, and forests. This river system breathes life into the region, supporting a rich mosaic of ecosystems, from oak savannas and Douglas fir forests to riparian corridors alive with birdsong. Here, wild and cultivated environments coexist in harmony. Vineyards stretch across sun-drenched slopes. Orchards burst, with pears, apples, and hazelnuts. Fields of grass seed, berries, and vegetables thrive in the valley's nutrient-rich soils. It is a place where nature and agriculture are not at odds, but intricately intertwined. The land tells stories of the indigenous Kalapuya people who once thrived here, of Lewis and Clark as they pressed westward, and of the generations of farmers, vintners, and artists who now call it home. The Willamette Valley is not just a region, it is a living legacy. Today, it attracts a diverse community of winemakers, chefs, artisans, and dreamers drawn by its beauty and its pace. There's a certain rhythm here, unhurried, grounded, deeply rooted in the land. What makes the valley particularly special for viticulture is its climate and soil. Its cool winters and dry, temperate summers provide ideal conditions for growing Pinot Noir, among other varietals. Ancient volcanic and marine sediment soils lend complexity to the wines, while variations in elevation and microclimate allow for surprising diversity across even small distances. Beyond its visual appeal, the Willamette Valley is a dynamic and evolving ecosystem, resilient, productive, and vital. It is one of Oregon's most emblematic landscapes, where nature and human stewardship combine to create a region as bountiful as it is beautiful. Ashland, Southern Oregon's cultural jewel. Tucked into the lush Rogue Valley in southern Oregon, Ashland is a town where natural beauty and artistic excellence go hand in hand. Best known for the world-renowned Oregon Shakespeare Festival, this vibrant cultural hub draws visitors from far and wide to experience live theater in an intimate, scenic setting that rivals stages anywhere in the world. But Ashland is far more than its stage performances. The town is surrounded by breathtaking landscapes, from rolling hills and meadows bursting with wildflowers to the glistening waters of the Rogue River, where the soothing sounds of rushing streams make every outdoor adventure feel like a moment of meditation. In Lithia Park, a sprawling 100-acre gem nestled against the foothills, visitors can wander through peaceful trails, shaded groves, and Japanese gardens, all just steps away from the heart of downtown. Downtown Ashland itself is as charming as it is lively. Boutique shops, art galleries, cozy cafes, and chef-driven restaurants line its streets, offering an atmosphere that blends small-town charm with cosmopolitan flair. It's also a gateway to Southern Oregon's agricultural richness, with nearby wineries, orchards, and farmers' markets showcasing the bounty of the region. Autumn in Ashland is especially magical. As the seasons shift, the town is draped in a tapestry of crimson, gold, and amber, making every walk, hike, or scenic drive a feast for the senses. Trails meander through oak and pine forests, inviting quiet reflection or adventurous exploration depending on your mood. With a welcoming spirit, a thriving arts scene, and nature all around, Ashland is a destination that captivates the heart and stimulates the mind. Whether you're sipping wine at a vineyard, catching a Shakespearean drama under the stars, or simply relaxing by the river, Ashland offers an experience that's both soulful and unforgettable. Medford, adventure meets community, in Southern Oregon. Nestled in the heart of Southern Oregon's Rogue Valley, Medford is a dynamic city where wilderness and urban charm come together in perfect harmony. Once a hub for agriculture and timber, Medford has blossomed into a lively and welcoming destination, with a thriving local economy and a spirit deeply rooted in the surrounding natural beauty. Known as the pear capital of the world, Medford takes pride in its renowned pear orchards, which add a distinctive flavor, both literally and culturally, to the region. But agriculture is just one chapter of the Medford story. For outdoor enthusiasts, the area offers boundless opportunities. The Rogue River, with its crystal-clear currents, invites adventure in the form of whitewater rafting, fishing, and kayaking, while nearby mountains and forests provide a scenic playground for hiking, biking, and camping. Trails run through pine-scented woods, offering sweeping views and a quiet connection with nature. Yet Medford is more than an outdoor haven. Its revitalized downtown offers a vibrant mix of boutique shops, local eateries, and art spaces that bring the community together. Along Main Street, you'll find everything from antique stores and artisan coffee houses to seasonal festivals and farmers markets. Whether you're enjoying live music, savoring farm-to-table cuisine, or simply strolling among historic buildings, downtown Medford is filled with authentic local experiences. Add to that a welcoming atmosphere year-round, events and easy access to the surrounding wineries, hiking trails, and day trips to Crater Lake or Ashland. And it's clear that Medford offers more than just a stop on the map. It's a destination all its own. Whether you're seeking adventure in the wild or comfort in a close-knit community, Medford is the kind of place that invites you to slow down, explore deeply, and stay a little longer. Bellingham, where mountains meet the sea. Nestled between the Cascade Mountains and Bellingham Bay, the city of Bellingham, Washington, is a haven for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. Surrounded by awe-inspiring landscapes, this coastal gem offers breathtaking scenery that captivates at every turn, no matter the season. To the east, the rugged, snow-capped peaks of the North Cascades rise like sentinels over the region. Their dramatic silhouette provides a striking contrast to the verdant forests and rolling hills that stretch across the landscape. To the west, Bellingham Bay opens into the shimmering waters of the Puget Sound, with views that reach out to the distant, misty outlines of the San Juan Islands. At the heart of the city lies the charming Fairhaven district, a historic neighborhood where time seems to slow down. Cobblestone sidewalks, Victorian-era buildings, boutique shops, and cozy cafes line the streets. Just steps away, waterfront parks like Boulevard Park offer peaceful spots to walk, relax, or simply admire the view of boats drifting across the bay as the sun dips behind the islands. Bellingham is a place that transforms with the seasons. In spring, hillsides and meadows bloom with wildflowers, painting the region in bursts of pink, yellow, and lavender. Summer brings lush green foliage and ideal weather for hiking, cycling, and kayaking. Come autumn, the trees turn golden and amber, their leaves rustling softly in the coastal breeze. Even in winter, the city holds a quiet magic as snow dusts the mountains and mist rolls in from the sea. Outdoor adventure is never far away. Hike or snowshoe the trails of Mount Baker, paddle through Chuckanut Bay, or explore the miles of coastline, on foot or by bike. Whatcom Falls Park, with its forested trails and cascading waterfalls, is a favorite among locals and visitors alike. Yet Bellingham isn't just about its stunning natural setting. It also pulses with art, culture, and a deep sense of community. A lively farmers' market, local galleries, craft breweries, and festivals give the city a creative, small-town vibe that's both welcoming and authentic. In Bellingham, the connection between people and place runs deep. It's a city where nature is not just a backdrop, but a way of life, a constant invitation to pause, explore, and appreciate the quiet grandeur of the Pacific Northwest. If you're watching this, click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Who knew the Pacific Northwest was hiding so many jaw-dropping places behind all that fog and flannel? From moss-draped rainforests to beaches that feel lifted from the pages of a fantasy novel, this region is a master of mystery, and it knows how to keep a secret. So, next time you're craving a little wonder with your mountain views, skip the souvenir shops and step off the beaten path. Explore the places where even your GPS might hesitate, where the trees whisper stories older than your playlist, and where every turn leads to something unexpected. Hidden trails, strange vibes, and yes, probably a few squirrels. What's not to love? This is the Pacific Northwest, quietly wild, endlessly magical, and always worth the detour.